You know, speaking of Farscape, I have not sat down and watched that in ages.
Neither have I, and I kind of feel bad about
Me
it.
too. I often forget about it. And it's not really forgettable. It's a good show.
Oh yeah, I mean, Jim Henson Studios did a fantastic job on
Yes,
that.
they did.
A lot of people don't realize that it was Jim Henson Studios that made it.
Hey, if there's puppets involved, it's been Jim Henson. Just about.
Eh. Oh, I'm out of power.
Yeah, I was legitimately sad when I heard he passed away. It sucked.
Yeah.
Because I grew up watching a lot of Jim Henson movies. And when the Dark Crystal sequel pops out, I'm going to be all over it.
I grew up watching The Muppet Show, so...
Yeah.
I really want to... Part of me just wants to go into the creative mode and slap one of these repulsors down to look at it.
Well, if you immediately get rid of it afterwards, I won't mind.
Okay, because these things look amazing to me.
Did I just
Just from the
did
model.
I just talk you into it?
Yes, you
I'm
did.
gonna come over here and look too. Ooh, okay.
I'm not sure which way's up and down.
No, that's a little sad. Wait. Okay, this texture here is different. I believe this is going to be your output on this side. Yeah,
This
because it's
one?
concaved in, and this area's more flat.
Okay, I can see
Yeah.
that.
And that's the heavy repulsor or the regular one?
That's the heavy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what's the regular one look like?
Let me bring it up.
Okay.
Yeah, I see that concave end that you're talking about. I'm pretty sure that's the...
That
But these look nice.
a lot better than they were.
Yeah.
It's very nice, actually.
And they go well with the new
Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
blocks.
I would not mind keeping these exposed.
Yeah.
Very nice. All right, so we got those transferred over. By the end of what I will hope to be episode 1 of this week, I want to try to get the industrial section, including power, over here.
Yeah, that might be a little tight.
It may be. It may run into...
What
Hmm?
what I would like to have done by the end of this week, in essence, or this recording
Right.
session, have our home area set up and be working on a grinder ship, so that we can work on taking down the rest of the red ship.
That's doable. Because outside of putting power over there, I'm just about done with that.
So you have the med bay over there too?
Ooh, I forgot about that. Well, that's not part of the industrial section.
Well, I meant I wanted everything that we're going to take over there
Right.
there.
I can get that next. First things first, though, is the power.
And only take one of the reactors, please.
Yeah, I ain't taking both.
Because we need the other one at least for now, and probably before we take the seat off of the large ship. We probably should look at trying to dock it to the asteroid like it's a station.
The big ship here?
Yeah, so that we can take it apart without it
We can
drifting.
do that. Alright, let's see here. Where is the power located? It's behind the seat in here, isn't it? One of them is. Oh,
No,
it's changed. That's that
wings. Wings. The wings.
because there used to be
Turn that way and that
there
way.
used to be 3 in here, didn't it? Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought so.
There used to be 3. Let me out! There we go.
Alright.
What's down here? Nothing. Weird. Because that looks like there's a space here. Oh, it's just empty space. It's a bunch of wasted space.
Wasted space. And no, that's not a shout out. But it's a cool channel nonetheless.
Yes. You know, I was just thinking, if we wanted to kind of turn this into a or a more semi-scripted series with loose story elements, the way we're going, we could very easily turn it into more of a comedy.
Yeah.
Roaming space on our own ship, it'd almost be like Red Dwarf.
And we'd call it the Blue Giant.
I don't know about that.
The pink average-sized person.
Still don't know about that. I mean, if we're going for just random names, we could go with, like, 100 duck-sized horses. It doesn't really have to make sense at that point.
No, but I wasn't going random names. I was keeping the idea of Red Dwarf in idea. And, you know, Red Dwarf is a star, so is a blue giant, but also Red Dwarf is a person, and as is a giant. Thus, pink average-sized person. I mean, I was going with a theme there, you just wasn't hearing it.
No, I heard it, I wasn't impressed with it.
Alright, let's see.
Oh, dear. I think this is going to be just a massive airlock.
It's all good. EE Advanced Reactor.
Haven't seen that.
I have not either. I don't know how much output it gives. Ooh, it's big.
It's not stupid. It's advanced.
Well, get out here and look at this. Oh, that's neat.
Can you place the frame so I can see?
Hang on.
Ooh.
It's one way in, one way out, though. There's no extra... yeah.
Ports.
But that would make...
resource-wise, how much does it use compared to vanilla?
Less.
So could we put 2 of them, like, have the bases on the side and the tops touching each other, and have things ported through that way?
Probably. Let me pull that back up and look at it a little better. So it uses 800 reactor components. This is 2,000. So it's probably going to put out less than what the big one does, but uses less resources.
Okay. So we might be able to put 2 of them in there fairly easily then.
Okay, it does use extra resources though, like 2,000 small steel tubes. No, I'm sorry, 1,600. We might look at those later since we actually have the other ones on hand.
Yeah. Plus, we don't need this looking pretty. We just need it.
Though we may consider these on the coming ships because it is aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, we don't It doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to function right now.
See.
Also, we'll need to move the oxygen tank and hydrogen tank over.
Right.
Or not hydrogen, but oxygen generator.
Right. I'll get that after the med bay.
I guess we could leave the tank in the ship for now. And just refill manually our oxygen tanks off of it until we get rid of that oxygen.
Do that. Ooh,
I'm just thinking about how do we keep as much of the resources we have now.
Right.
Because we've had this discussion before. We know we could just say forget hydrogen and oxygen and just constantly respawn, but that's no fun. Alright. You know, at one point, just for private enjoyment, I recreated this scenario. The red ship wrecked, except instead of using the red ship, I rammed the same asteroid, but with a blue ship.
Ah. Neat.
It's amazing how much more difficult that was.
I imagine so. There's fewer resources on it.
Is that roof going to get in your way?
Currently, no.
Okay.
Just leave me room to get in there to finish this up and you'll be good to go.
Yep. I was figuring we could put one of the modification things on top of the assembler here, and then window it in.
Sounds good to me. I need to get around to actually sending it, but I still have a copy of the our last played file before everything started screwing up beforehand, before the reboot.
Yeah.
That way you can get a copy of all kind of different things, or just play with it in general if you want to.
Yeah. Well, we had talked about possibly putting that up on the workshop.
Right. If for no other reason, you know, if something happens to my computer or your computer, since I'm sending it to you, there will be a copy of it somewhere.
Yes. And the way the weather has been here, could be over the rainbow.
Don't be saying all that now. We've actually had more touchdowns ever recently here.
Really?
Yeah, we've had like 2 touchdowns this year alone, and we almost never get them.
It's global warming, man.
It's something. Changing weather.
Did I tell you that my my dad works at a climate research facility run by the Department of Energy?
You may have mentioned it. That's because that sounds familiar.
Okay. They just collect data. They don't make determinations on what's actually going on.
Well, I personally try not to use the term global warming anymore because it apparently confuses people. Climate change is a good word, and it fits.
Yeah. Well, I know why people were irked with global warming. Because not that long ago, people were talking about the next ice age was upon us.
Yeah. I'm aware of that. But a lot of people don't get the extreme heats and colds or cycles. It's happened multiple times.
Yeah. Well, Actually, there is a cycle to it, but one of the best explanations that I found to show that while there is a cycle, since the Industrial Revolution, the growth, the temperature increase is fairly significant compared to what we have for records of the previous. Now, I still question people. I want to question some of the scientists involved with climate research, because from my limited experience, things that they do with their data are the same things that failed me in chemistry 3 or 4 years in a row in college. I took chemistry a lot because I was not good at it.
Why? Oh, don't tell me.
What did you do?
Auto rotate may have made me place this wrong.
What, the
reactor?
Oh.
No, that's a connector port. That's a connector port. That's the connector port for that side. That's connected there.
Remember, you can't power it until you actually have uranium in it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And the piping won't work.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I was getting over here to it and you interrupted me.
Okay. Okay. As long as you remember.
Yeah, I got it. I appreciate the reminder, though. I do appreciate the reminder. Sometimes I get a little weird, you know.
Oh, God.
There we go. All right, now we got power.
We have the power. Okay. If we have power... I kind of want... Let's see. I guess that square would go.
Alright. You got anywhere specific you want the med bay?
I haven't figured out that much.
Okay. I need to pipe that up.
But I've got... All I've got figured out is the airlock.
Okay.
Which... I'm gonna have to go get other stuff to actually finish.
Okay. I've got
Which way's up and down?
one more piece. Huh? Me?
No, I was getting confused on rotation.
Turn your auto rotate off.
No. Character rotation.
Damn, has it?
It's
been an hour already.
Uh-huh.
Man, talking about time flying when you're having fun. Are these green? Yes.
Super green.
Super green. Alright, so that's all piped up. And let's see. So this whole area here is going to be the airlock?
Yeah.
Okay.
What I was thinking, let me get their blocks. I need a cargo.
See, I've got plenty of piping in there left in the ship. I could put the med bay over here in the corner and pipe it underneath.
Need a conveyor junction.
Because you could actually use this to put the vent on if you wanted to, that conveyor there.
I've got a plan.
Ooh,
a clever plan.
Ooh. I like clever plans.
Yes.
Waspinator has plans.
As clever as a fox.
Okay.
There we go.
That's cool.
And this is a cargo container.
Nice.
Granted, I I could pull the cargo container out and put it right here, and then we could put another module on the assembler. I think that's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Scooting through.
Waspinator has plans. He needs the plates for his
Motor.
plans.
Okay, so I put that in the wrong spot.
Excuse it. Alright, looks like I need to dig out a little more.
Here.
I might actually put the med bay upstairs here. And pipe it out and pipe
Okay.
it over the top instead of underneath.
Okay. Nine.
Because even though it doesn't have to be pretty, there's no sense in it being somewhat stylish.
Right.
It's one thing to be Spartan, it's another thing to be messy.
This is Sparta.
Let's see.
Put those up.
Oh man, we've got to get some advanced tools online.
Oh, just taking forever.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you could take down one of the thrusters
Yeah, we could.
and use the platinum from it.
Yeah, we could do that. Because I don't know about you, but I got to have me some advanced tools. Alright. Let's get those in there. And those. Those. Alright, we should get quite a bit of stuff out of that. Alright, while that's going. You said you want to glass off the refinery, right?
Well, we can. We don't have to. I think it's airtight.
Okay. Should be.
What I was talking about glassing off was we can mount a module over the assembler.
Mhm. Oh, that's where you're talking about. Okay. Yeah. All right. Stop all that.
Oh, I guess I need construction components to finish that.
What are we missing? We miss a nickel. What's gonna have nickel?
We had raw unfinished nickel in
Refinery.
the refinery.
I have not put it back in there. Let me go get it.
Ag.
Yeah, I'm hearing your error things. Oh, your colors. Okay. That's what I was hearing.
Yep.
going a particular theme there, or are you just going with red and white?
I was just going with red and white, but I was doing it more in the acknowledgement of our name.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Let's see the.
Okay, we should have some nickel going on. Let's put that up here. And now I'll go up to here, and there, and everywhere.
Here.
Silicon wafers. How about some vanilla wafers? I'll take those.
Oh, there's a small cargo on this thing?
Yeah, that's where I had everything at. It was there waiting on us. Alright, 2 of those, 2 of those, and 2 of those.
Roll down this.
Alright, we must
Shimbler.
be incredibly careful so we do not get rid of our lovely, powerful tools.